Welcome back, guys. We're going to be going over some quick strategies. Well, just one strategy, really, on how I scalp. So, with that being said, let's get to it. We're going to go over a couple trades that I entered today. Did not get to call, but I did enter. So, we're going to go over the last one, and it would be over like this breaker here. So look at where my cursor is. We broke above here. This is a strong close. So after we got this close, I put the fib from the bottom wick to the top wick of that candle. And I was like, if we get close to the 50 or under and show some signs of bullishness, like displacements or like flip of market structure in the smaller time frames, then I would enter. And guess what? When you look at the smaller time frames, I entered. This is the one I entered. Um, it literally came down to the 50 on the 1 minute, and the second it did that, because I had that higher time frame confirmation on the 1 hour. So like right, we had this strong close above that wick. I was confident that it would just levitate towards that liquidity on the top side, which we did, and we're now trading above. That was the last one I took. The first one I took today was a little harder to get because it was on this candle. We didn't have this one yet. And I'll explain how we got into that. So this was before this candle formed. So after this candle here, this one, closed green, I was like, okay, so maybe we're probably going to start flipping or start putting in a low here or the bottom, right? Let me just set this here. So I set that up. I was like, all right, as long as we come down first, which we did, and somehow like the same strategy, test that 50 level or lower, and then flip again, we should be like we should be okay. And here I'll just um at around 1800. So that was around here. Yeah, my entry was around here. So we came down. We came down, we broke above. This is the flip. This is the market structure flip. I'm pretty sure I entered on here and I target here for a 1 hour. Like how I scalp is very simple. I don't put high targets. I put small targets with a 1 to 1 because those are the easiest ones to reach. So this is literally a 0.81% for a 1 to 1. Like that's 1% right here that I won, and then the other one was the earlier one I showed, which was this player here, this one right here. So basically, that's how I go about scalping. So right now, the strength, for example, looks like it's still going. So with this new candle formed, right? As long as we don't clear this high, like we should be okay. As long as we don't clear that high, which we look like we're gonna clear it, like this thing, we already did. It already touched it. But any dips, if we didn't touch this and this just dipped down here, any dips into that middle 50, like down here, bush with like a with like a bullish displacement. So like something like, let's say if we did something like this and then we flipped, right, and then we continued, if we get something like that, even though we already like took this liquidity here, like I would look to long. I mean, it's not a must, but it is nice if we leave this intact. So I don't know. I'm just gonna wait for now, but that's basically how I go about scalping on the hourly. I just like to keep it very simple, and